Okay, so Apple just dropped some major news in the AI race, and if you've got an iPhone, a Mac, or even an Apple Watch, listen up, because this change, it's going to directly affect you. We're about to break down a huge leadership shakeup that signals a brand new chapter for the company. Let's get right into it. So, you might be wondering, what's the big deal here? Well, Apple is completely overhauling the leadership of its entire AI division. And this isn't just swapping one person for another, this is a real strategic pivot. The big question we're digging into is, what's really going on behind the scenes, and why is this happening right now?
And yeah, just to be super clear, we're not talking about a new name on an office door. This is way bigger. It's a fundamental restructuring of how Apple approaches artificial intelligence, and it signals a much more aggressive game plan from here on out.
All right, so here's the core of the announcement. The longtime AI chief, John Giannandrea, is heading into retirement. His replacement is a top researcher named Amar Subramania. But honestly, the most important detail here isn't the who, it's the how. See, Subramania won't report to the very top like his predecessor did. He'll report directly to the software chief, Craig Federighi. And that one little change in the org chart, that right there is the whole story.
To really understand where Apple is headed with this, we first need to look at the era that's coming to an end. So let's talk about the leader who's leaving and the foundation that he built.
So, John Giannandrea has been running Apple's AI strategy since all the way back in 2018. He was absolutely essential in building the teams and the core technology, including Apple's own foundation models. You know, those are the powerful underlying AI engines that things like Siri are built on. In short, he laid the groundwork. And now, that groundwork is being used to build something entirely new.
Okay, now let's talk about the new hire, because his resume tells us everything we need to know about Apple's true ambitions here.
This is Amar Subramania. His specialty isn't just theoretical AI research, it's turning that research into features and products that people actually use. And here's the real kicker. He spent years building those very products for Apple's biggest rivals.
Just take a look at this resume. I mean, come on. 16 years at Google, where he was the head of engineering for the Gemini Assistant. That's literally Google's version of Siri. Then he moves over to Microsoft as a VP of AI. So let's be real. Apple didn't just hire an expert. They poached the person who was building the competition. That is a serious power move.
So yeah, this hiring is part of a much larger strategic reorganization. So what does this new structure actually mean for how Apple is going to build AI from now on?
This chart really lays out the new playbook perfectly. The new AI lead, Subramania, he doesn't operate in a silo. He reports directly to Craig Federighi, the man in charge of all Apple software. We're talking iOS, macOS, everything. This means AI is no longer a separate research project, it is being baked directly into the core of the operating system.
And hey, if there was any doubt about the goal here, Tim Cook himself spelled it out. He directly credits Federighi with driving the effort to create a more personalized Siri. So make no mistake, this entire reorganization is aimed at one thing, finally fixing and supercharging Siri.
Okay, I know corporate org charts can feel a bit dry, but this change is going to have a direct impact on the iPhone in your pocket. Let's break down what this actually means for you, the user.
The entire point of this shakeup is right here. It's to speed up innovation and deliver what Apple calls intelligent, trusted, and profoundly personal experiences. In plain English, it's about making your iPhone, your Mac, and your watch feel like they truly know you and can anticipate what you need.
So what's the bottom line? Apple is signaling that it is done playing catch-up. Expect to see AI features roll out faster and be woven more deeply into the software you use every day. And the biggest change of all, get ready to finally meet that smarter, more personalized Siri that we've all been promised for years.
This overhaul isn't just some internal memo. It's a declaration. By putting AI at the absolute center of its software and poaching top talent from its rivals, Apple is making its biggest and boldest move in the AI race yet. And it leaves all of us with a huge question. Is this the move that finally puts them in the lead?